All right. Sorry if it's a little red right here. Yes, it was a pimple. I'm 43 years old. I still get pimples. I set up the camera. I'm like, what in the hell is that? What is that? Anyway, seriously, what I want to talk about is let's get into this Alex Jones and Kanye interview. I had to wait a couple days to see what everybody had said, and it was the same agenda, the same rhetoric coming out of everybody's mouth, even the Hodge twins, which I don't even think watched the interview. I just think they looked at clips and called them crazy. Kanye, you was damned if you did and damned if you don't. You were stuck between a rock and a hard place, but you threw a giant curveball. Giant curveball, and I saw it. And Alex saw it within the third hour when he looked at you and said, are you just doubling down? And he saw it because Alex Jones does the same thing. My first sign was when you came on with that black mask, the Barcialaga or whatever it is type of style of mask. After all the information just came out of that fashion company with that photo shoot they did, and you just happened to come out with it. Yeah, you were playing the clown a little bit, and Alex and you guys were joking around about it, but it was real. And I just saw one of the reports that they just released from the InfoWars talking about you being a puppet. Well, you kind of are, and you know it. And what did you do? Embrace it. It's kind of like how I related when you ever had a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever who constantly accuses you of cheating, and then in the end you guys break up and you find out that your partner was the one cheating the whole time, and you sit back and you think. I remember growing up, I knew this couple, and they always would get in arguments, and the wife would always accuse him of cheating with this chick named Becky. Always, you're messing with Becky. I know you and Becky. You know. One day he told me this story how he goes over and Becky's buck naked. She opens the door. She goes, "You know what? I'm tired of being accused of it. Let's go ahead and do it." And they did. And from that point on, I'm not saying that's a healthy relationship because that was never a healthy relationship. But at least when she yelled at him, he can look her in the eye and say, yeah or no. But he can look her in the eye and did it. And this is kind of what Kanye did, okay? And I'm not saying it's a healthy thing to do. It did make him look crazy, but it was damned if he did and damned if he don't. They were going to paint him as a crazy man anyway. Tim Pool already proved that. Had to walk off his show because he was trying to put him in a corner to get him to say something anti-Jewish, anti-Semitic. He was trying to get him to say it. He has yet to really say it. He just says, yeah, there's a lot of, he kind of like Chappelle said, there's a lot of Jews in Hollywood. He just stating a fact. But the best thing, because I did watch the interview that he said, was the best thing that's going on with all this stuff that he's doing, why he's playing the clown, why they're making him out to be the clown, why he put the mask on to look like a clown, was that he's showing you where the forms of attack are coming from. And like Dave Chappelle said, he got in so much trouble, Kyrie got in trouble, almost lost his shoe deal. So it's from Adidas, it's from Nike, it's from professional sports, it's from everywhere. And Kanye's taking the whipping and the lashings to show you how big and deep this cabal is. It is not just a bunch of Jewish dudes in a room. It is a giant network that is behind people like Tim Pool, behind Shapiro, behind mainstream media, behind sports, behind clothing brands. He's showing you. He says it in the interview. He says a lot of crazy things. And what does the cabal do? The same cabal attacked Trump that's attacking him, that attacked him for wearing Trump's hat. What do they demonize you as? Nazis, Hitler, white supremacist, against the LGBTQ movement. You are a racist when the cabal comes for you. They are the cancel culture. They were embedded in Twitter. We can see it. They have been suppressing information on the laptop from hell. It's coming out. All of it's being revealed. I told you we were in the unveiling, and now we're in the thick of it. So in all this going down, when they look to Kanye going to Alex Jones, he knew he was going to be demonized. He knew he was damned if he did and damned if he don't. So what does he do? Instead of giving them what they want, what they try to pin him up and pin Tim Pool to get him to say something anti-J people, he just went ahead and embraced what they're calling him because they're calling him a Nazi. They're saying he's a Hitler supporter. So what did he say? I loves me some Hitler. I loves me some Nazis. He couldn't even name anything that they said. And he had Alex Jones going for a minute because Alex Jones was like, well, I can't agree with that. I have to go. And then finally, third hour, you see Alex Jones was like, you just doubling down? And Kanye's just like, yeah. Why do you think he had a net and a Yoo-hoo chocolate milk bottle and said, "This is Netanyahu, the once president of Israel," and started just making fun of him with the funny little voice. Those are props that he brought there. He didn't just find those and just, that was all staged. It was staged from the mask that he wore down to the Yahoo bottle. Okay? He was just saying, "Hey, you keep accusing me of sleeping with the girl. I might as well go sleep with her. That way, when you're accusing me of it, I can just look you in your eye and say, yeah, we did it. So what?" And then the partner, the people that are yelling at him, the cabal, it just looks at him like perplexed. You know what I mean? Like, what, are you just admitting to it? So did you? Be like, maybe. I don't know. You tell me. You keep saying I did. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. Either way, you're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. And a lot of you know, 9 out of 10 times when somebody's accusing you, when they're pointing the finger at you, remember, 3 fingers are pointed back at them. And 9 times out of 10, when that person who is cheating on you, and guess what? That couple that I knew, that with Becky kept constantly accusing him of cheating on Becky, it came out later. We all knew it. She was cheating on him the most. 9 times out of 10, when somebody's accusing you of doing something, especially in like a relationship, and that you're doing it, they're doing it. They're the ones calling you a Nazi. They're the ones promoting racism in the media. Who's promoting racism right now in the media and dividing the country? All these media outlets. All right? And that's the picture that we're going to paint of Kanye. He could have came out in a little bow tie and apologized. He got to the point where he just doesn't care anymore. Yeah, screw it. I love Hitler. It's all real. And all of you in the media, including the Hodge twins, ran with the same narrative. Okay? You all just said, he's crazy. I knew it. There it was. He could have came out in a little bow tie and apologized. It wouldn't have mattered. It would have been just the same attack under Trump when they kept saying he's a white supremacist. Do you denounce white supremacy? And he'd be like, yes, I denounce white supremacy. Yeah, it's a bad thing. I just didn't buy it. He kind of flinched his eye like that, and when he said, he twerked his head like that, and they bring in all kinds of analysts. They're like, yeah, he's pretty much a liar. Yeah, same thing when he said he's putting kids in cages. Where's the evidence of that? There's none. I had to sit there and look at people on their phone. Pull it up. What did he do? Same thing with his tweets. Give me this tweet that's just so devastating, just so racist, just so crazy. It didn't matter because Trump was damned if he did and damned if he don't. Same with all of them. And I loved it when Jon Stewart had to come out and be like, we need to stop giving grown-ass men like Kyrie Irving timeouts because we're kind of proving Kanye and his crazy ass right. And he shows you how he's been attacked, and then Tim Pool doesn't listen to any of that. He groups all the black people in the black vote, but don't you dare group that J group into the. Don't you dare do it, Kanye. Kanye didn't do it. He had him admit that he had grouped a bunch of black people together in the black vote, and then he walked out because he saw it. And that's a lot of things we're going to see. Just like Ben Shapiro, we're going to see all these dudes with the same talking points because they're getting their talking points right before they go on air. Paint this picture, paint that picture. That's why I found it so funny when Kanye sat there and said, I love Hitler. He's great. He's like, think of all the accomplishments. He created bridges and roads and microphones. It's like, no, he didn't. It didn't matter. Kanye he didn't care. That was his whole slight. That was his whole joke and his whole backlash back to the cabal. Him telling the cabal, slash me harder, cabal. I'll take it. I've made my money. I've got my viewership. You can't erase me. Good luck. And at the same time, he got himself out of all those contracts, and he's on video laughing about how he got away from Barcialago. He knew what was going on. He admits that he knew a lot of the shady stuff that was going on, and he wanted out of it. And you're witnessing him exposing it and showing you how they attack, not just Donald Trump, now how they attack a black man and call him a white supreme. They call him Hitler, and it's just so funny that just because he rubbed the J word the wrong way, that they call him the worst thing that ever happened to the J words. And then we all know what Hitler's #1 accomplishment was, and it was against the J words. And it's so funny that I have to say J words, but that is just all a part of the cabal. Now you can see it. Welcome to the unveiling. Peace out.